Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hold On Till Dawn. I'm your host, Erin, and today's episode is all about the Orlando benefit concert that just happened this past weekend. Or when you listen to it, it will have been a week and some days. But I just got back from Florida yesterday, and I am just so grateful and thankful for everyone that helped make it what it was. It truly was so special. It felt a lot different than the first two benefit concerts, I think probably because I had a lot more help and there was a lot more VIP actually. So that was a huge difference, but I'll get into that. So I'll start with the day of the concert. So I had been volunteering at Decade Days convention, which is kind of what the concert was a little bit a part of. And Sunday morning, I wasn't too stressed. I had finished the raffle baskets, putting them together the night before, and putting the lanyards on the VIP badges. I didn't fall asleep until, no, actually I didn't go to sleep that late that night. Maybe it was like between 11 and 12, and Andy was there, so he helped me a little bit too. So then I woke up at 6:30 Sunday morning for no reason. I didn't really need to wake up until 8, but I was just so excited and anxious about everything that was going to happen that day. So I woke up early. I took a shower, got ready. I got all my stuff ready because I knew that I was going to be at the convention from like 9:30 to 4:30. When I got back to the hotel, I just wanted to be able to grab my stuff, put it in the car, and head over. And so the convention was a slower day Sunday. There was less people there than there was Saturday, which Chad Michael Murray and two of the guys from Lost were there Saturday, so they were a huge draw. So Sunday they weren't there, and there were less people there because of it, I think. And I got to meet, on Sunday, I met Brandon Baker, who was Johnny Tsunami. That was really nice. He was super, super kind. And then the only photo op I got that whole weekend was Sunday, and I did it with the Degrassi cast. So it was Shane, Mike, Melissa, and Sarah who played Spinner, Jay, Liberty, and Ashley. And when I went to get my photo with them, Mike was like, "Did you have a fun time last night?" And because there was a Decades Day 007 party the night before. And I was like, oh, actually, I didn't go to the party. I had to get ready for my benefit concert. That's tonight. I had to put together raffle baskets. And I just kind of mentioned like Drew and Malcolm, who are part of the convention, are going to be performing at the concert. And he's like, oh, no way. Like, that's so cool. I love Malcolm. Like, he's such a cool guy. We've been talking this weekend, and he said he told me he watched Degrassi, and I love when people say that. So I was like, oh, well, if you guys are free tonight, you should come on out to the concert. Like, it's going to be pretty fun. And he was like, yeah, that would be really cool. So I told them I would put them on the guest list. And I was like, if you want to stop by, like it starts at, the doors open at 8, it starts at 8:45. MKTO's set is at 10. And they're like, yeah, we'll probably stop by. Like, thank you. So I left shortly after that, after I helped clean up a couple things. And my friend picked me up. We headed to the venue. There were people already lined up. So people were posting on Instagram while I was at the convention, maybe like starting at 4 or 5. People were already lined up. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, nobody did this in the first 2 shows. Everybody came. Some people even came like after check-in was supposed to start. And as I said before, VIP actually sold out for this show, which has never happened before. The previous 2 shows, I think we had maybe 10 to 15 people VIP max. So the fact that we sold out of VIP for the show was super exciting, really awesome. So there was a lot of people already in line. So I went in, I set up the raffle baskets, I set up the guys' backstage area, made sure like everything was where it was supposed to be. Johnny had his sound check first, and then Drew arrived shortly after. He did his sound check, and then Malcolm and Tony got there almost at the same time, which was perfect, and they had their sound check. After sound check, during sound check, we started checking in VIPs so that when sound check was over, we could just let them in and start photos. So the VIP guests got to go up to each of the guys, give them a hug, get their photo with them, say a couple things, and then grab their spot in the audience, or they could have gone to check out the raffle basket table. Drew also had a table set up for his merch, and the AFSP of Central Florida was there with a table as well. Then the show started. Brianna was the host, and it was so awesome to have her and her mom there. She did an amazing job. Everybody loved her. So I was so happy to have her be a part of it. She did a little bit of an intro, then she introduced Johnny. Johnny did his set. Everybody was like going crazy. So many people came up to me and they were like, I love this guy. He's so good, because he's not as well known as Drew and MKTO, but he's equally as talented. So everybody was really excited and loved him. So that was awesome to hear. Then I think I was in the middle of doing something and I didn't get to the stage in enough time in between Johnny and Drew's set, and Drew just went out. I don't know if Brianna wasn't backstage or Drew just quickly went out because he knew he was next. I don't know. But I wish I had gotten Brianna to go out and introduce him before he went on stage. But regardless, it happened. And he went on, did an awesome job, sang some High School Musical songs. He did the Get Your Head in the Game dance. I did not expect that. He told me he was going to sing Get Your Head in the Game because he was like, this demographic of audience members is going to know that song. And I was like, yes, they will. And I started recording when he was singing it, and he was like, okay, I haven't done this dance in a while. And he put his mic down, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get this dance on film. And I didn't even know he was going to do it. And it was literally amazing. This guy hasn't aged a day since High School Musical, and he just absolutely killed it with the dance. So phenomenal. And then my friend's friend Channing went up and sang Breaking Free with him. Earlier in the day, he had said to me, I'm going to sing Breaking Free. Do you know any singers? I kind of want to bring someone on stage to sing it with me, because it's a Troy and Gabriella song. So obviously he sings the Troy parts, and he would need a Gabriella to sing the Gabriella parts. So I had texted my friend's friend, who was awesome enough to hang up posters in the Orlando area before the show, and she went to the venue one day when I kind of needed to know what the layout was. She was really awesome in the process of me not being able to be in Orlando. She was my Orlando person that really helped out a lot. So that was awesome. And I'm really glad I could kind of repay her by being like, do you want to go sing on stage with Drew Seeley? So that was the first time she ever sang live. She absolutely killed it. It was so incredible. If you want to listen to it, I believe it's still on my Orlando highlights on the Hold On Till Dawn Instagram. So you can listen to the two of them do absolutely amazing. That was his last song. We did the raffle baskets announcements next, which I kind of accidentally misplaced a couple box labels. So I read the winners and I kind of was like, I thought we did them all, but there was a lot happening at once. I don't really like going up on stage, so I kind of just wanted it over with. Then when I went down to the raffle basket table, they're like, you only read 3 out of 5. And I'm like, okay. So then Malcolm's backstage and he's like, are we going up? Like, I don't want to keep them waiting. And I'm like, I just messed up the raffle basket, so I have to go back on stage. So I was like stressed. I was trying to find the labels. I only found one. I couldn't find the other. But we did the best we could. And there were 5 winners plus the 50-50 winner. So there were 6 winners. Everyone seemed to be happy. I was apologetic and everyone was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. So after that, we left the stage. Brianna introduced MKTO and they went on and did amazing. Before they went on, Malcolm had said to Brianna and I, you guys are going to come on stage when we sing classic. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Like, I guess I don't have stage fright, but I do a little bit. I'm a dancer, so I dance on stage all the time, and that doesn't really scare me because I've been doing it since I was 3. But standing on stage and singing with MKTO was a little bit of I was a little bit nervous about it. But it was fine. It was good. It was fun. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So that was a really cool way to end the show. So we sang classic. Tony kind of subliminally said, we'll see you guys again this year. Don't worry about it. The crowd yelled for them to sing one more song, which I know the 2 of them would have loved to do, but Sound only had 5 of their backing tracks. We didn't have any others. So there was no way for them to sing a 6th song unless they did it a cappella, which I don't think they would have done. So, but I could tell by the looks on their faces, they wanted to sing another. Like, Tony even said, like, what do you want to hear? Or Malcolm did. I forget which one of them. But I was like, what are they going to do? Because they literally can't sing another. Like, why are they even asking the audience? Yeah, they would have sang another one if they had had a backing track, but they didn't. So, unfortunately, that was it. They left the stage, and that was that. That was the entire night. The Degrassi cast did end up coming, which was really awesome of them. They came in the middle of Johnny's set. Actually, maybe a little bit towards the beginning of Johnny's set, and they stayed. They didn't stay the entire time, but I think they stayed for a little. They were there for all of Drew's set, and I think they stayed for a little bit of MKTO's, and then they left before it was over. But huge shout out to them for coming and supporting. That meant a lot to me. That was really exciting. I grew up watching Degrassi, so being at the door and having them walk in and give me a hug and be like, thank you so much for having us, was just like so surreal. And I was just like, Degrassi is thanking me. How did we get here? So that was one of the highlights of the night. That was really super cool. Another part I really loved was seeing the crowd and how happy and excited they were to hear everybody, to be a part of this night that meant so much and was for such a great cause. One guy came up to me at the end of the show and was like, I just want to take a moment and thank you because this night was so awesome. Thank you very much. And that was really sweet of him. So if you listen to this podcast, thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot when people tell me that the concert meant a lot to them, because that's partly why I do what I do. I do what I do because I do it in memory of my dad, who took his life when I was 6. But the music aspect and being at a concert is so important to me because that is one of my favorite places in the entire world to be. And I know I'm not alone. I know that concerts are something that mean a lot to a lot of people. So that is why I chose concerts. Partly for myself, but also because I know how much it means to other people. So thank you to everyone that was there. Thank you to everyone that volunteered, helped. Thank you to the raffle basket donors. It was incredible to have all those donations in such a little amount of time. I only had a month from tickets going on sale to the day of the show. So every person that bought a ticket, every person that promoted, shared, donated, it truly was amazing and so great. And I can't believe we pulled it off in just a month, and it was so successful. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this year without giving too much away because none of the details are finalized yet. We have something else in the works. We have another concert in the works. The location is almost confirmed, so I'm not going to say that. The musicians are almost confirmed, so I'm not going to say that either. Once everything is confirmed, I will share. And the plan is to send out the information to the email newsletter subscribers first. And that will go out hopefully in the middle of February is my goal. So less than a month, we should have all the information to share with everybody. So newsletter subscribers are going to be the first to find out everything. Then we're going to post it on social media the following day. So I would say subscribe to our newsletter if you want to be one of the first ones to know what's about to happen. And also follow us on social media. It is going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to share more. So thank you again so much to everyone that was a part of the concert, came out, donated. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Our website is holdontilldawn.com, and our email is holdontilldawn@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at holdontilldawn and on Facebook at Hold On Till Dawn Benefit Concert. See you next time.